Hey nerds, the majority of you wanted me to open up this Mafex Spidey, so let's open up Mr. Negative. Just kidding, let's get him out of the way. Now let's get this bad boy open. Now before we actually look at Spidey, can we just point out how good the box art is on this thing? I wish that this was an insert that could be removed and used as a background, but it's just the actual box. So first up in the back there was actually a stand. Check that out. Individually wrapped pieces. That's pretty neat there. Let's get him out of here now. First up we have this web backpack. Look at the texture on that, it's pretty cool. There's actually some weight to this as well, it's not just some light flimsy thing. That's pretty neat detail. Alright nerds, I'm not gonna lie, I tipped this forward to get the web shots out and almost everything came flying out of the packaging, so I'm gonna set it off to the side for a second. So there are 3 different length web shots. We have a short one, medium one, and then a really long one. And this one looks more like you're supposed to hold it at the end, I guess, I'm not quite sure. Now as far as plastic web shots go, these ones actually have some pretty good detail to them. Alright, so since everything's just gonna fall out of here anyways, I'm just gonna dump it out. Let's see here. Okay. So he comes with 5 sets of extra hands that are paired together on this little piece of plastic. I think that's actually a pretty cool way to ship these and store them. And these are the fists. We have the open wall crawling hands. We have the flipping hands. We have hands for holding the webs, which also can be used as a little thumbs up if you want. And then we have the wall crawling hands that actually have magnets on them, which is pretty cool. I did not realize he came with those. And he also has an extra pair of feet paired together on this little piece of plastic like the hands. There is toe articulation on these feet. And the cool thing, these actually have magnets too, which I did not realize they came with. Now let's take a look at the actual figure here. Let's get all this plastic stuff out from underneath his waist and his little ab crunch area here. We have the very, very cool Symbiote logo right there. I love that it's etched into the figure, not just painted on. That's a really nice touch. Now he does come with this unmasked head right here. And he does come with this extra mask right here, with just a slight variation in the way the eyes are shaped. Now let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. Let's get the head, goes all the way back. Look at that. Let's see how far down he can go. Very nice. I did realize there is kind of a nick in the plastic right there, if you can see it on his neck, which is not cool, but what can I do about it? Let's take a look at the shoulder articulation now. See, this goes up. Let's see how far this goes up. That one goes up that far. This one only seems to go up that far. I don't really want to jam it, but it looks like that one's not going in as far for some reason. Is that common for you guys that have this? Let's see. The arms do rotate up. And they do go back. Let's see. Let's see how far these butterfly joints go in the back. And then forward, they do come all the way across. Of course, we have the bicep cut and the elbow. Great articulation on the elbow right there. And then the hand joints, so they rotate like this and then kind of all the way around. And then they spin right there. Now let's check out the torso articulation. Let's see how far he goes back. And then forward. Not too bad right there, pretty good, decent crunch. And then he does go side to side. Right there. That's pretty cool. He spins. And down here spins a little bit. Let's take a look at the lower part of his body, starting with the hips. Comes forward that far. Let's see, backwards. Not very much range backwards. Let's see, out. That's actually not very much range. I thought this would be a lot more, considering some of the poses that I've seen you guys get this figure in. So I'm kind of a little shocked about that. It does rotate right here. See the knee joint, there's great articulation on the knees. And then for the feet, they point up, and then with the toe articulation as well. And they point down. And they also have the rocker right there. You can spin all the way around. So now let's take a look at how easy it is to swap the head on this figure. Let's see, this just pops right off. We have a curved neck piece in there, if you guys can tell. This one just pops back on. Same great articulation. Now, with this headpiece, we got to pop the whole neck out. Pop that in there, and then we have the unmasked Peter. Now let's try swapping the hands on this side. We're going to put a flipping hand. There's the peg, and you can see there's no ridge on it. It's just a straight peg. Hand goes on nice and easy. And then on his other hand, we're going to put this web swinging hand. Now since we got those hands out, let's put the web shot in it and see what it looks like. I guess this goes like this. Anyone know how this is supposed to be held? I would assume it's like this. Like he's swinging. That looks kind of weird, but I'm assuming that's what it is. Ooh. And then let's try a web shot on this hand. Slide this over here. Pop the hand back on. Alright, so I had to pause it to get this web shot on, and honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. Look at this thing. It doesn't want to stay in the right spot. The hand kept popping off. I've never had so much trouble putting a web shot on a figure. It's kind of, I don't know, for the price it's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, now for swapping out the feet, let's take the foot off right here. Same exact peg as the hands. Comes off and on really easy. That one's actually a little loose. This one's a little bit tighter on there. Alright nerds, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on this figure. I'd say it's maybe a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. I think the point with these shoulders, one goes up farther than the other one, that really sucks. The hands come off super easy. The foot pops off super easy if you move it too much. It pops right off. So yeah, I don't really like the way the hands and the feet connect. I think those joints are going to be weak. I think eventually the hands are going to get loose and just fall off. They're already kind of fairly loose as it is. But overall, he does seem way more flexible than a Marvel Legend figure, more posable. Look at the neck bend on this guy. It's really cool. So that's what gives him such a high score. But there's little things about this figure that do bother me. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, now that you got Mafex, you're going to be getting a lot more. You're just going to want to dive in and get all of them. And I'm not feeling that, guys. I'm not. It's definitely going to be a fun figure to play with and pose, but I just can't see like buying a bunch of this line of figures because they're just, I kind of find all the little things a little bit annoying about it that I don't have to worry about with a Marvel Legend, and the price is like way cheaper. So there you go, that's my take on the Mafex Symbiote Spider-Man.